We acknowledge that Tri-Cities Community Television operates on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coquitlam First Nation. We thank the Coquitlam who continue to live on these lands and care for them along with the waters and all that is above and below.
The federal government has recently pledged an historic $1 billion investment over the next 5 years in the National School Food Program. This commitment to ongoing and stable funding is a big boost to a program that helps ensure that all 33,000 plus students that attend schools in School District 43 are well fed. On Tuesday, December 16th, a media event showcasing the National School Food Programming was held at Como Lake Middle School. Tri-Cities Community TV was there and brings you this coverage.
Good morning. My name is Devin Ross, and I'm the proud principal of Como Lake Middle School. I'd like to take a moment to just introduce Kiana Rigamonti and Mila Tischendorf, who will be doing the Indigenous acknowledgement.
We acknowledge that the Coquitlam School District operates on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coquitlam First Nation.
We thank the Coquitlam who live on these lands and care for them, along with the waters and all that is above and below.
Thank you, Kiana and Mila. At this time, I'd like to invite Member of Parliament Zoe Royer for Port Moody Coquitlam to say a few words. Here comes Royer.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It is truly heartening to be back home from Ottawa and to be here in this room with so many dear friends. And for those who don't know me, and I think there's maybe one or two people in the room, I'm Zoe Royer and I'm your Member of Parliament for Port Moody Coquitlam. And thank you very much to our young chefs for their beautiful territory acknowledgement. And in recent years, I have had the privilege of visiting many school food programs right here in our own district. Everything from elementary, middle, and secondary schools. And what an incredible source of pride. And today, visiting this culinary program here at Como Lake Middle is going to be a wonderful highlight. And to the students and staff, the care and pride that you put into every plate of deliciousness is a beautiful example of community in action. Nourishing one's peers is the highest form of community service, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And this announcement today, for me, is deeply personal. As many of you know, I spent 14 years in local government, mainly as a city councillor, but the best last 3 years was as a school trustee in this very district. My heart for this work was shaped right here in SD 43. And it's because of so many of you. And I remember very well our budget stakeholder meetings and hearing from our school principals, the administrators, talking about the importance and the success of our school food program and worrying that that funding would come to an end. And since I was elected MP 8 months ago, it feels like it just was yesterday, honestly, I made it my personal mission to deliver on a promise of permanent support for the school food program, because our educators know best that food is focus and learners cannot possibly think on an empty stomach, let alone excel. And I'm honored to be part of Prime Minister Mark Carney's team because we are a government that listens. And together, we have established the National School Food Program as a permanent pillar of support for Canadian families. This is a historic $1.1 billion investment That's a big number. I don't know if we can imagine quite what $1 billion looks like. But 1.1 billion investment over the first 5 years and a further permanent contribution of $216 million every year when that 5 years comes to an end. So that will start in 2029. And so what does this mean for BC school districts? Well, it translates into 7.2 million this school year, which is partway through actually, and 39 million over the next 3 years. And for SD43 with nearly 34,000 students, the third largest district in the province, this permanent funding provides the certainty that our young people need to flourish. And it allows us to build long-term partnerships that ensure that every student arrives in class nourished and ready to reach their full potential. Our success here is a testament to the leadership in this very room. SD43 was ready to move forward because of the dedication of the Board of Education and our fantastic staff. And I want to express my deep respect for my trustee colleagues, Chair Michael Thomas, Vice Chair Rosie Manhas, Trustees Brody, Dennison, Woods, and those that aren't here, Trustee Pollock, Palmer Isaac, and Trustee Park. Thank you as well to Superintendent Nadine Tambellini and the entire district leadership team. I've seen many of you grow from principals into assistant superintendents in my short time in the district, and I couldn't be more thankful for the contribution that you make. Your student-first leadership ensures that these resources reach learners who need them most. And I am immensely proud to walk with you hand in hand on this journey to ensuring successful outcomes for all learners in the district. And when we invest in permanent school food programs, we are investing in the dignity and the future of every single child in our whole district. And to my trustee colleagues, thank you for your partnership, for your friendship, and for everything that you do every day to help our students thrive. So happy holidays and merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you very much. Thank you. And big smiles from all of our students here. I'd like to now introduce Michael Thomas, Chair of School District 43 Board of Education, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here today. Ensuring that every child has nutritious meals at school is more than just about food. It's about supporting health, learning, and equality. We appreciate the federal government's commitment to the National Food Program, which helps ease financial pressures for families, ensures students are ready to learn, and strengthens our community and well-being. It is estimated that 20% of all students face food security issues. In SD43, school hub food programs at Central and James Park Elementary Schools, Como Lake Middle and Cabby Secondary School positively impact over 1,500 families per day, providing access to breakfast and lunches, as well as grab-and-go options and weekend food programs. The Board of Education is especially proud of the work being done at these SD43 hub schools that are committed to feeding children and supporting families in their community every day. So we especially want to thank the federal government for making this permanent funding. One challenge that we have faced through the years is temporary funding. And the fact that MP Royer and our Government of Canada have made this funding permanent is especially important to school district, so that we know that through the years we can depend on it to provide this important resource for our students to learn, work, and play. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Chair Michael Thomas, for the SD43 Board of Education. At this time, I'm now going to say a few words and give you some specifics on our food program. So good morning again, everyone. And thank you to all the students and your smiles, and thank you for all of your work. You really make a difference in our school, so kudos to our cooking club here. My name is Devin Ross, and I am the principal of Como Lake Middle School. Food security is important to us all. I'm proud to share with you some details on how we use our Feeding Futures funding. Our school is proud to host a daily breakfast program and a kitchen that makes and distributes lunches to students in several schools across the district on a daily basis. Our Feeding Futures breakfast program is led by rockstar teacher Sarah Boudreau and supported by our amazing youth worker Melissa Speeds. Our club gathers twice a week to prepare breakfasts, but the meals they make are enough to last us through the entire week. Any students needing a breakfast can come any day and are able to come and have a meal before class. Snacks are also made available throughout to sustain students during their school day. We know that having breakfast sets students up for success. It helps them focus in class, gives them energy for learning, and builds healthy habits that carry beyond the school day. What makes our club really special is the mix of the students who join us. Some arrive with lots of kitchen experience, while others are learning for the very first time. Together, they bring creativity and enthusiasm. Many of our menu items come directly from student suggestions, like scones and pumpkin spice muffins, which have quickly become the favorites. Thanks to the extra funding provided, we've been able to purchase equipment such as skillets and a bread maker, along with adapted cooking tools that ensure all students can participate fully. One highlight has been our bread making. Students bake loaves in the morning and then they pick them up after school and they're able to bring them home to their families. Looking ahead, our goals are ambitious. In the new year, we plan to become 100% waste-free by using reusable containers, and we'll be sourcing local produce boxes from BC to make our breakfasts even fresher and more sustainable. This program is about more than food, it's about community, it's about creativity, and it's about giving students the tools they need to nourish themselves and others. And now I'd like to introduce our wonderful lunch program cook, Michelle James, who will share about the incredible work happening with our lunches every day.
Hello everyone, welcome to Como Lake. I'm Michelle and I have an amazing team of 3 hardworking ladies that help produce and deliver 377 lunches to students in the West Coquitlam area each day. We create a variety of sandwiches, wraps, hot foods throughout each week, and every meal is paired with snacks such as yogurt, vegetables, and fruit. The funding from Feeding Futures allows children to have access to nutritional meals that help aid in their learning and development, and it feels very rewarding to be a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. James. So we'd like to thank everyone for coming to Como Lake Middle today. Appreciate all of our elected officials, MP Zoe Royer, our trustees, our district leadership team, members of the media, our staff at Como Lake, and our students. So thank you all so much for coming and celebrating this today. We'd like to thank you again for coming. So this is where we do our breakfast program. This is our foods room. So middle school having a robust foods program throughout the day, but also this is where we prepare our breakfast and snacks. Downstairs, we have a cafeteria kitchen where those 377 lunches are prepared each day. It's a smaller space, but if you'd like to come for a tour at this time, happy to show that to you. Thank you again for coming.
After the presentations were completed, obligatory group photos were taken, and then those in attendance were taken on a tour of the school's food program facilities and given an opportunity to see its volunteers in action. Research shows that access to nutritious meals improves attendance, academic performance, and overall well-being. And there are few who will argue that it's a good use of taxpayers' money to ensure that no child in the Tri-Cities has to learn on an empty stomach. For Tri-Cities Community TV, I'm Jeff Scott.